Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I figured I would cover managing trades. So it's not something I really talk about too often, and I don't really see a whole lot of videos kind of covering this. So I wanted to put this out there. I don't think it's going to be overly long. I just want to give you my tips and how I manage my positions. Now, right off the bat, I will say this is more or less targeted towards people who day trade. So like if you're a swing trader, and I mean like a long-term swing trader or a position trader, you're probably just, entering your position, you set your stop, you go on and you have a wide enough stop that there's not too much management, right? You can kind of set it and forget it. You've probably heard that saying. However, when we day trade, which is what I'm doing right now, you do kind of have to manage your positions more so than when you're long-term trading. So I'm just going to cover how I do that. If you're a type of person that you just want to like set it, forget it, walk away, that's fine. The main aspect when it comes to risk management is just using a proper stop loss. And if you're doing that with the right risk reward, then you should be okay. However, when it comes to, traders who are entering multiple positions and, you're in and out in a really short period of time, it's nice to be able to manage your trades effectively. So, and this is just how I do it. This is just personal preference. So I have actually just entered a trade. I'm trading off of this 8 EMA. I've been trading UJ, a lot lately. Just trying to build up one of my accounts and kind of getting back to day trading. So I've sold off this 8 EMA, right? Now, something to note, I just want to kind of backtrack for a second. Hold on. If we go out to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we've already had a significant push outside of this zone, right? Now, this has happened before and it didn't, lead to anything. There is a lot of slippage with UJ. That's just, kind of how it is. I like to trade UJ using the breakout method. And I do like using EMAs when I'm day trading it, okay? But this is very significant to me that it's broken this 4-hour trend line. 4-hour support zone. My head's all over the place today, guys. Just bear with me. Going back down to the 15, what I need to see happen now. So if I've had rejection, right, from this 8 EMA, and it's been really following this 8 EMA because we've got a nice strong trend. These two trend lines are still, or these two EMAs, they're still far apart. And we're just getting a little bit of a pullback right now. So this is hence my entry. What I'm going to look for now is a nice strong push to the downside very soon, okay? So this next candle, as I'm entering this position, and I've already entered it, I entered over here on this guy. This candle here is very telling to me, okay? So I need to wait for this guy to close before I choose to either leave the trade early or stay in the trade. Right now, we can see we're getting a little bit of a push up. That's fine. If we were to get a huge push up and we just see, a lot of bullish action, like right off the bat, I would just exit the trade. Okay. Like if it's just coming up strong. Now my stop loss is above this 50 EMA. So I have a lot of room here. Okay. I'm not too worried about what's happening right at the 8 EMA. It's not going to be respected perfectly all the time. That's just not going to happen. That's why I like to use the 50 as well. Okay. We have been really strongly trending down. So what I'd like to see happen within this 15-minute candle is either for it to, continue showing rejection or give me a nice push to the downside. And if I don't get that, I'll just exit the trade with either little loss or no loss. So that's kind of how I would manage a losing position, like if the trade went against me, okay? Now, once the trade starts going in your intended direction, so once you're winning, that's a whole different ball game. And what I like to do when I'm managing a position whilst day trading is to trail my stop loss. So when it comes to trailing your stop loss, and I'm not going to stick on this example forever because we're going to get bored looking at this area of the chart, but I'm just going to zoom us out here. I'm going to remove this 200 EMA because it's getting a little bit crowded on my chart. So you'll see the only thing I have plotted right now are my 2 EMAs that I just used to guide my entry. I use those alongside other factors like support and resistance, okay? And then my zones. That's it. That's all I use, okay? When it comes to trailing your stop, and I'm going to use this example here, okay? So here we had a rejection off the 4-hour zone. We broke above the 8, we broke above the 50. That's, those are excellent entry criteria as long as price action is also telling you that. If you were to enter this trade here, a buy around here, okay? Let me just zoom up. You don't want to trail your stop loss so close that you're going to prematurely exit the position. You don't want to do that. What I would do in a really strong trend is use this 50 EMA, okay, and we're on the 15-minute time frame. Use this 50 EMA to guide your trailed stop loss. So this allows you to have kind of some breathing room when you're trending strongly. I really want to reinforce that because if you're not trending strongly, these are going to lie flat and you're going to get stopped out prematurely. So when you're trailing your stop loss, you only want to do that in a strong trend anyway, okay? But you can use this area to guide your stop loss. So for instance, if we were to enter, let's say we entered here on a confirmation candle, and we get a nice push up to a new level. So let's say we're at this kind of support, and I'm not going to go back and show you, but I know it's a support or I know it's a resistance, because I can see it here, right? If we were to drag this all the way over, we can see this is a level of significance. So maybe you want to say, okay, we're at a new level of structure. We're at a new zone. Let's trail our stop. Don't trail it, so tight that you're going to get stopped out. Use this 50 EMA. Look at where this is, okay? And use that to guide you. This is really going to help you in terms of, let me just grab my horizontal line for a second, or no, we'll just use this one. This is really going to help you from, like, a lot of people will put really, really tight stops and they'll claim that it's a sniper entry, and it's really not going to be much of a sniper anything if you're going to get stopped out right away. So placing stops really, really tight can really hurt you. Again, using this 50 EMA though to kind of guide us a little bit, we can say, okay, we're at a new level of significance. Let's place it below our 50 EMA, which would leave us, around here. You want to make sure too that you're avoiding, guys, these really long wicks. Okay. So, and we need to make sure you're looking down. So look at the crosshair that I have here. Let me zoom in a little bit and we'll remove that. Look at the crosshair and look at where we are in terms of the time. See the bottom there? It's at what time it is. That's what's going to really help you. So if we're saying, okay, at 10:45, price is up here, my stop loss should be down here. You understand? At like 105, see it's 698 or 700. Again, if you wanted to do, okay, we get a break out of this zone, you're like, okay, we just caught some really great momentum and price is up here. Keep your stop loss down here where this 50 EMA is. So right now it's 105,736. That's going to give you enough room, okay, to let your trade breathe. Now, of course, with a strong trend, if we were to keep doing that, eventually you're going to get a big pullback and it's going to stop you out. Now, this still would have been a big move that you got here, but you could say, well, Jess, like, I wasted all of this. Like, I could have taken profits here. Of course, you can always take partials, and you always want to look at structure. So like that zone that we looked at, if we were to place, a line here, we'll probably see, if we were to go back, that this is another support or another zone. I'm not looking at it right now, but if this were a level of structure, you could take partials there, right? But use that 50 EMA as a guide. I feel like I'm all over the place today, you guys. Let's go back and just check on this position and see what we're doing. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of a push upward. And again, that's fine because my stop loss is giving me a lot of room right now. Plus, this level of structure is what I'm more concerned with than this 8 EMA. So I'm going to wait for this candle to close. We'll see what happens there, and I'll decide if I'm going to exit or not. This is definitely not enough for me to exit, or else I would exit the position and show you what I mean. Where I would exit is if we were just getting, a huge candle. Usually this would be caused by news, so that I would have known anyway if there was big news release, but those are the types of candles I would get out for. Nothing like this. This isn't going to scare me out of a trade. We can see that we're almost getting rejection there already. And like I said, UJ does have some slippage. So I'm going to stop rambling, but those are my two kind of main tips for managing a trade would be trail your stop and look for momentum. Okay. So if there's a momentum shift right when you enter your position, just get out. Okay. Remember to always keep your losses small and your wins big. So exit your losers early and leave your winning trades running. It's going to really help you. Hopefully this was a good little quick video and it'll help you with your particular trading style, but let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.